This is a Saturday Morning TVLog from Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. Welcome to another Saturday Morning TVLog, and this time around it's Superman, brought to us by Ruby Spears. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome. I'm Duel, the Big D, and this of course is Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So today's Saturday Morning TVLog, I'm going to talk about the Ruby Spears Superman animated series, easily one of the most forgotten tunes of the 80s. And I can tell you, it's pretty much in a way a little bit of a guilty pleasure of mine, if you know what I'm saying. But anyway, let's see. Well, so this ain't gonna be easy, but I'll tell you that this was a show I grew up watching as a little boy back in the 80s. Superman was a 1988 animated Saturday morning series produced by Ruby Spears, the same studio, of course, that had delivered us Thundarr the Barbarian, Alvin the Chipmunks, and Mr. T and Centurions. The show originally premiered on CBS in the fall of 1988, as this was to commence with the superhero's 50th anniversary, where that same year, the Superboy live-action series premiered in syndication. I never saw the Superboy series, but this show I grew up watching. Anyway, Marv Wolfman, who was a veteran comic book writer, was the head story editor and actually wrote the very first episode, and comic book artist Gil Kane provided character designs. Now, alongside Wolfman, other writers included Sherry Wilkerson, who also wrote most of what comes after this, the Superman Family album, but I'll get to that in a little bit. Also, other familiar names I know of, including Michael Reeves, Larry DiTillio, Buzz Dixon, and Martin Pasco, who I've known them best from working on shows from other studios like Hanna-Barbera, Ruby Spears' big sibling company, and Filmation, who happened to have just just closed their doors. Well, about to anyway. Now, of course, the show has opening narration by William Woodson, who was best known for doing most of the Super Friends series, except the original series. Of course, that was Ted Knight. And of course, it had that famous introduction, like you hear in the old the old TV series of the Adventures of Superman with George Reeves, and the first few shorts of the Max Fleischer cartoons from 1941. It also includes a kind of, the opening theme is in a way close to the music we hear in the movies, the Superman March, as it was originally composed by John Williams. Anyway, now this was the third overall animated Superman series. Of course, the first was the Fleischer tunes that came out in theaters. The other, of course, was the New Adventures of Superman, which Filmation produced in '66. Now, it's also notable for being the first appearance of the Superman mythos following John Byrne's major relaunch of the character. Now, the series reflected the new conception with a measured fidelity, such as having his major recurring enemy, Lex Luthor, as a corrupt billionaire industrialist, as in the comics. Who, unfortunately, Luthor is the only foe from the Superman series to actually appear. Now one other did appear, that being Prankster, but Luthor appeared in 5 out of the 13 episodes produced and aired. Like the comics, Luthor is fully aware that the ring he wears is fashioned with a kryptonite stone, which he uses to keep Superman from attacking or apprehending him, although this required very close proximity to work. Now, there were other characters, including Cybron, a pastiche of Brainiac, whose post-crisis conception was still undecided at the time, and even Wonder Woman, yes, which was her which apparently was her first non-print appearance since George Perez's reworking of William Moulton Marston's superheroine for the post-crisis era. There was also Jimmy Olsen. He's in this, in the court, who is bow tied in appearance, and Perry White, of course, the head of, and also which he has his gruff exclamations of "Great Caesar's Ghost," both fulfilling their classic concepts. And of course, we can't have Superman without Lois Lane. She maintained being an assertive woman with initiative, both in style and business attitude, although her dress and hairstyle were more reflective of the 1980s. Now, there was another new character introduced, and that was, a living girlfriend of Luther's named Jessica Morganberry, who was inspired by Miss Tessmacher, who was played by Valerie Perrine in the first two Superman theatrical features. Anyway, now the show's voice acting cast is really good. Oklahoma DJ Bo Weaver, who would later go on to be the announcer of College Madhouse and also voiced Mr. Fantastic in the 90s Fantastic Four series, voiced the title character. Voicing Lois Lane is Jenny McSwain, who also served as the voice director of the series. Let's see. Voicing Luther is Michael Bell, who, of course, is certainly no stranger to doing superhero stuff, since he was recently the voice of Zan, half of the spacey Wonder Twins in Super Friends. And, of course, he more recently had done other tunes like G.I. Joe, and he later do several other shows. Anyway, now, another familiar voice to this is Stanley Ralph Ross, who voiced Grodd the Gorilla in Challenge of the Super Friends, as well as the Super Friends Lost episodes, and was also a writer for the Batman TV series. He voices Perry White. Let's see. Now, voicing Jimmy Olsen is Mark Taylor. And let's see. And let's see. Now we do have Martha and Jonathan Kent, Clark Kent's Earth parents. Voicing Martha Kent is Tress McNally, who, of course, would later go on to voice, various characters, including Babs Bunny in Tiny Toon Adventures and Dot Warner in Animaniacs. Let's see here. I'm trying. Oh yes, and also Gadget in Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. That was pretty good. And Miss Morganberry was voiced by Lynn Marie Stewart, who of course was best known already at the time being best known for playing Miss Yvonne on Pee-wee's Playhouse, which was also on CBS at the time. Now, I remember catching this show at 7:30 Central Time in my area. It came on after The Adventures of Raggedy Ann and Andy, which also premiered the same year. But anyway, let's see. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. There was another familiar foe from the Superman universe. Not just Prankster, but General Zod appears in one episode. Anyway, there were only 13 episodes produced and aired. Anyway, now, the main episodes were Destroy the Defendroids, Fugitive from Space, By the Skin of the Dragon's Teeth, Cybron Strikes, The Big Scoop, Triple Play, which that's kind of like one of my least favorite episodes, but it's okay though. That's the episode with Prankster. The Hunter, Superman Wonder Woman versus the Sorceress of Time, which that happens to be my favorite of all the episodes. And that episode also has my all-time favorite of the Superman Family album bits as well. I'll get to that still in a bit. The next full episode was Bone Chill, The Beast Beneath These Streets, Wild Shark, Night of the Living Shells, and The Last Time I Saw Earth. Now, those were all pretty fun and action-packed. They have a few misses, but still good though. But anyway, now the last thing to be shown at the end of this adventure is the Superman Family album, which is only 4 minutes long, and they devote it to a brief snapshot from the Superman Family album. And that's when we get to see young Kal-El, who, well, crash lands in Smallville, and it starts out when we get to see Martha and Jonathan Kent take him to, well, this here orphanage, I believe, well, or adoption agency, and, well, soon gets to become their adopted son. And, well, growing up, the fun really begins. Going through grocery shopping, first day at school, an overnight scouting camp out, and heck, even his birthday party, and first day with Lana Lang, and even graduation from high school, leading up to his ultimately his premiere as Superman. Now, of course, from episode 1 to that, the Superman Family album shorts are the adoption, the supermarket, at the babysitters, the first day of school, overnight with the scouts, the circus, little runaway, the birthday party, the driver's license, first date, to play or not to play, graduation, and it's Superman. Yeah, those were all pretty good. Now, like I said, the birthday party, which aired with Superman, Wonder Woman versus the Sorceress of Time, was definitely a classic. I'll talk about this episode. Now, apparently, Superman and Wonder Woman must stop the Sorceress of Time known as Cyrene, who was voiced by B.J. Ward, who recently voiced Wonder Woman in the last Super Friends series, the Super Powers Team Galactic Guardians in 1985. Although a different voice actress as Wonder Woman, though. But anyway, and she needs Wonder Woman to open up, this here box to unleash some dark characters in my dark magic and powers or something like that. But this episode's definitely a classic. Now, as for the birthday party segment of Superman's Family album, I really love this. Now, Clark's about to have his birthday party, and, well, he's just not too thrilled with, well, the party hats and stuff like that, even though his friends come along. Now, in about every segment, he uses his superpowers, but he tries to do his best to refrain himself from using them. But he and his buddies are having a fun time, but until gets 3 unexpected surprise guests, Lana Lang and a couple other girls. And one of the boys was asking Clark, I thought this party was boys only. And he asks, who invited the girls? And Lana's like, Mrs. Kent did. Yep. Oh, wow. Like I said, that's my favorite of all those. Anyway, the show only lasted 1 season, unfortunately. It ended in 89, and I don't think it was ever seen again. Cartoon Network may have aired it, but I may be wrong, though. But anyway, in about 20 years later after it ended, the show got released on DVD for the first time ever from Warner Brothers Home Entertainment, as it's now known as, but it was formerly Warner Home Video. Of course, I've had this since the day it came out, and I wanted to revisit this. I had not seen this since I was a little boy, and watching this, it brought back memories. I recently rewatched this again. I don't watch this all the time, but this is still a pretty fun show. But anyway, would I recommend the show? Well, I'd say it's your choice. If you're a Superman fan, or if you're a fan of the greatness of Ruby Spears, I'd say sure, go ahead, give it a try. Now, the series goes for about $20 on Amazon, so that's a factually reasonable price. But if you can find it for a cheaper price, I'd say go for it. But if you can't find it, no problem. The full series recently came up on Tubi. If you check out Tubi TV, you can find the show on there. They have all the episodes. So anyway, I do like the voice acting. They were pretty good. I have to say Bo Weaver was definitely really good. Jane McSwain, Michael Bell. Yeah, a lot of these voice actors were pretty good. Most of the stories were pretty good. Some were a tiny bit of miss and what have you, but more hit than miss. Even though I wish there could have been some more Superman foes. Oh well. But anyway, that's gonna do it. Now then, my question is, what are your thoughts on this cartoon? Did you ever watch Ruby Spears' Superman as a little boy? Or do you have this set and or have you watched it on Tubi? And just tell me what you thought about in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button below. Subscribe to my channel as well and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next Saturday morning when I bring to you a Saturday Morning TV log of a fun-filled live-action series that celebrated its 50th anniversary last year, Lancelot Link, Secret Champ. And don't forget, tonight at 7 o'clock Central Time will be another superheroic event. It'll be a live stream of the original Batman movie from 1966 with Adam West and Burt Ward. So come to my channel at 7 o'clock Central Time for this big event. Plus, I'll have a quiz for all you Bat fans, asking you questions about the TV show and all that jazz. But anyway, thanks for watching. And if you like this, check out some of these other super heroic vids and what have you. In the upper left-hand corner is my Saturday Morning TV log of the New Adventures of Superman from 1966. The upper right-hand corner is my Saturday Morning TV log of the original Super Friends from 1973. Or if you just want some more Superman, go to the bottom left-hand corner for my Superman playlist where you can see my reviews of all the movies. And the bottom right-hand corner is a button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.